The road to success is designed to be difficult. It's structured to intimidate and deter anybody who's not built for it. It's paved with roadblocks that you have to literally tear down or crash through in order to keep going. And on top of that, you're gonna have people telling you that you can't do it, it's too difficult, or you're not good enough. 9 times out of 10, these are the same people who can't see themselves doing something great. Therefore, how can they see you doing something great? But you have to use that. Use that as the fuel that powers you to go so hard that you leave a trail of fire behind you. All obstacles and self-doubt, lack of self-worth and purpose, all the naysayers and non-believers, you gotta burn through it all when you chasing greatness. I mean, they say you gotta fight fire with fire, right? Well, then it's time to let your integrity, your passion, and your determination set everything ablaze. No matter what or who's in your way. Don't let anything stop you, nothing. No second guessing, no hesitations, no remorse. Torch everything.
So the name actually came about, it was a joke. With my guys, we was in a group chat just talking about our jobs. Just not happy with the whole 9-to-5 idea, with the whole retiring, and then, you know, once you die, you can't take no money with you. So really you're just working just to have money for a temporary time. Really can't pass retirement down to future generations of your kids, so forth and so on. So I'm like, either way, you screwed. Started making shirts in my living room in the apartment I was staying in at the time. It's pretty much started just growing from there. It's a streetwear brand, but more than that, I like to think of it as what it looks like when you embrace your passion, when you take a chance on yourself, take a leap of faith, and you embrace what you feel like is your destiny. So what made me do this full time over something else, I was actually working a job for 10 years, and I just got to the point where I wasn't happy. I was making decent money. I was able to provide for my family, but I just wasn't happy. Over months and months of just, deciding whether or not I wanted to stick with my job and just kick up a notch with SKRUED, I just said, you know what? If it's gonna work, I'm gonna give it my all. So that's when I left my job, and it's been my full-time job since 2016. September 2016, my full-time job. Up until this point, it's just been making stuff, just make sure the inventory is where it needs to be. I mean, at this point, we're pretty much just trying to get the retail side done. But a typical day, really, outside of selling, is going to be just producing, just designing and producing it in the back, in the chop shop. So with the pandemic, I would say the effect that it's had, to be honest, it sounds weird, but it's been a positive impact on my business. Sales has picked up. The support is picked up, just people just sharing the brand on social media is picked up. Everything is elevated since the pandemic. I think the pandemic allowed everybody to kind of just slow down and just kind of refocus on certain things, and just with the whole, the riots and everything about social injustices, just put everything into a pot, and everything just kind of contributed just to black businesses just flourishing. I know some took a hit, but I'm fortunate to say that my business actually did well during the pandemic. Don't give up. If it's your passion, if you love it, if it's the first thing you think about when you wake up and the last thing you think about before you go to sleep, then that's what you're supposed to be doing. So in those times where it get rough, you gotta fight your way through it. Just don't give up. That'll make the difference between making it and not making it, is when you decide to give up, if you decide to give up. So my advice is don't give up. If you love it, never give up. It's just taking that additional leap of faith. I've been doing online for this long, all this time. So just to be able to actually have a place where people can come in and get a first hands view of, what we're doing here. And this vibe, where everybody that's associated with the brand and whatnot, I feel like it's gonna be a pretty good turnout. I'm excited.